Hi teacher, my name is Ruben Moncada. In this presentation, we're going to explain a learning activity from the subject phonology and constructive analysis. The topic is stop and plosive sounds, especially the sounds pa, b, and h. The class objective will be students will be able to analyze and compare English stop sounds by identifying their articulation, voicing, and pronunciation differences. The objective is based on Bloom's higher order thinking skills because students don't only repeat sounds, they analyze, compare, and apply pronunciation rules in real examples. We chose this activity because it was easy to understand throughout visual explanation, oral modeling, repetition, and practice. The activity helped us understand how English sounds are produced and how they differ from Spanish sounds.
The learning process followed 5 steps. First, the teacher introduced the concept of stop or plosive sounds, sounds produced when airflow is completely blocked and then suddenly released. Second, the teacher explained how each sound is produced using mouth diagrams. For example, P and B are bilabial sounds because both lips close and then open. Third, the teacher modeled the pronunciation of each sound and will listen it and repeat. For example, P as in pen and B as in boy. Fourth, we compare voiced and voiceless sounds. We learned that P is voiceless because the vocal cords do not vibrate, while B is voiced because they do. Fifth, we practice with minimal pairs and short words. This helps us notice key difference between English and Spanish pronunciation. For example, when the teacher asked us which speech organs were involved in producing each sound, we had to identify the tongue position, lip movement, and whether the vocal cords vibrate or not. This connected theory directly to practice. We were not just repeating sounds, we were analyzing how they are produced, fostering a more meaningful learning experience and a highly interactive way of teaching.
My name is Julie Santana, and I will explain the learning style involved in this activity. So, three learning styles represent visual, oral, and interactive learning styles. First, the visual learning style was evident because the teacher used articulations, diagrams, phonetic symbols, and images to explain how the sounds P, B, and G are produced. The visual resources help students understand the position of the speech organs and the airflow during pronunciation. Second, the oral learning style was present through listening and speaking activities. Students listen to teacher's pronunciation, repeated the sounds, and receive oral feedback. This helped them identify the differences between voiced and voiceless sounds. And finally, the interactive learning style was reflected in activities such as the word wall quiz and class participation. Students answer questions, analyze sounds, and receive immediate feedback. As a result, the lesson combined different learning styles and made the learning process more meaningful and effective. This table shows how each activity contributes to the learning process. Visual activities help students understand how English sounds are produced and organize key phonology concepts. Oral activities supported sound recognitions and pronunciation improvement through listening and practice. Interactive activities such as the word wall quiz and class participation encourage active engagement and immediate feedback. As a result, students were able to connect theoretical concepts with real pronunciation practice, making the lesson more meaningful and effective.
Hello, my name is Luis Pilla, and welcome to this section. In this section, I'm going to talk about what were the learning outcome that we, as a group, made. So, the first one was a vocabulary dictionary presentation, and the second one was a speech conversation, and the final product that we made was a YouTube video. Thank you. In the next part, I'm going to share my conclusion and reflection. Hello again, my friends. Um, to conclude this presentation, let me share with you the conclusion and a little reflection about this activity. So, all these activities were successful because we learned how to produce the sounds we had observed earlier. In summary, we explore phonological concepts, examine diagrams, listen to pronunciation, practice the sounds, and ultimately create our own examples. This experience demonstrates that both visual and auditory learning styles significantly enhance our pronunciation and comprehension of English phonology. Thank you for watching and see you in the next occasion. Have a nice day.